Hey guys, welcome back to math today. And I'd like to just review what we've gone over so far since we did introduce it last week, just to make sure that you're following along. We went over the word equal and the words not equal. Equal, not equal. Remember, if something is equal, it's the same on both sides, right? If it's not equal, it doesn't look like it's split in half good, does it? They're not equal. They're not the same size. Same size, not same size. Equal, not equal. Okay? And yesterday we listened to a story about Halfway Harry and how he went through the town, and every time he talked, he split things in half. Okay? So today we're going to work a little bit more on the word halves and what that means. Halves are two equal parts, half, two equal parts of a whole. Okay, we also listened to the book yesterday, Give Me Half, and some of you did your assignment that wasn't on Class Kick, that was on your lesson, your video lesson. So I'm proud of you for those of you that shared or are sharing today. All right, so halves or not halves? I'm going to share my screen with you just so we can look at it a little bit better and we can understand what's going on here, okay? Because sometimes things look like they're split up equally, but that's not a half, okay? So, I hope you can see this worksheet I have here. Let me get this up a little bit, get a little more. Well, that didn't do any good, did it? All right, camera. Okay. Halves are two equal parts of a whole. Two. Remember, half, two. All right, the first thing I want to do, it says divide each shape into halves. So I'm going to use my pen, and you guys can use a pen too on your tablet. And I'm going to look at this picture, and I'm going to split it into halves. Now, how many sides can it have? Two only, right? So here I can decide if I want to split it here or here. Either way is right. I'm just going to go right here. Try to draw a straight line through the middle, okay? That is cut into half. I have two parts that make that whole, half. All right, here, this rectangle, I'm going to split in half. And I'm just eyeballing it. It might not be perfect, but I'm splitting it into halves. This is the first half. This is the second half. Put two halves together, you get one whole, okay? And what shape is this? A circle, good. And I can split it in half, right? All right, so I'm just gonna go, well, I'll go back through the middle here. I'm gonna go the middle crossways. And that is split into half. So we have our square into halves, two sides. Our rectangle into halves, two halves make a whole, and our circle into two sides, okay? All right, so half means two. All right, it says, circle the shapes that are divided into halves. They could be equally divided. That was yesterday, okay? They're all the same size. Today, we're working with just two parts, all right? So let's look at this first picture. Is this a half? Yes, so I'm going to circle my picture because I can look at this rectangle and see it's been split into halves, two pieces. All right, look at this circle. Is it split into half? If you answer no, you are correct because how many pieces are there? There are four. How many can we have? Two. Good job. So I'm not going to circle that. What about this heart? Is it divided into half? Are there two pieces? Yes. So I'm going to circle it, okay? All right. Here we go down to another shape. Remind me, what is the name of this shape? Triangle. Good. Is this triangle divided into half? No, it's not even divided, is it? So I'm going to leave it. What about this square? Do you see two equal parts? And so it's split into half, isn't it? Good. And what about this rectangle? They're split evenly. They're equal parts, but we can only have how many? 2. So whenever you hear the word halves, remember it's just 2. You have one half of your body over here, the other half over here, okay? So that I'm gonna leave. All right, so that's halves. All right, so we just did it before. We'll do a couple more. It says, well, we won't do this since we just did it on that piece of paper. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our sort. So we're talking about halves, not halves, okay? Halves, not halves. Let that focus up. I'm sorry it does that. All right, I'm gonna hold up a picture and you decide. Is it halves or not? Not, good, why? Because there are 4 pieces, that's right, it can't be. How about this one? Halves, good job. I see 2 sides and they're equal. Yes, they are halves. How about this one? Do you see 2 pieces? So we know that's not a half, is it? How about this one? Is that halves or not halves? Not halves, good, because there's 4 pieces. How about this one? Halves, good, halves. How about, let me get another one down here. This one. Halves, good. How about this one? Not halves, it's not even split, is it? It's not halves. And this one? Halves, good. And one more. Not halves, good job. All right, so we need to remember the difference between equal, not equal, halves, and not halves. Okay, so equal we know means exactly the same size no matter what. Halves mean there can only be how many pieces? 2. Halves, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2 equal sides. Okay? All right, guys, you will have some work on your class kick to practice this today. And if you have any questions, just ask us this afternoon in your Zoom meeting, okay? Never be afraid to ask us if you're confused or don't understand something, okay? All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.